Welcome to Module 2 of our course in Management Accounting. This is all about job order costing. A big chunk of the first part of our course is on just how much stuff costs. So you'll remember this. I hope you'll remember this. We said that there's really three fundamental components to a product's cost: the material, the labor, and the overhead. So when we look at our burger, the cost of the meat, the cheese, the tomato, the bun, we would call these all direct material cost. And the good news about materials is it's pretty straightforward. In the moment, I know my actual materials cost because I went to the store, I bought the ground beef. I know that there's, it's a quarter pound of beef and it cost me $1 in beef. I know the cheese slices that I use cost 25 cents. So I use 25 cents worth of cheese. Maybe I use 15 cents worth of tomato and, let's say 10 cents worth of bun. So in total, I used $1.50 of material. And you would know that the second you make the burger. You go, okay, there's $1.50 of material. And you might be off by, I might have used a few extra grams of beef in this one and a few fewer grams of beef in that one, but you're going to be pretty darn close. And you just use your actual numbers. So it's pretty straightforward. Labor, also straightforward. You just use the actual labor cost. And how do you do it? You time how long it took to do the job. So let's say the chef is paid $20 per hour and they took 6 minutes to make the burger. Well, how much labor is in that burger? Well, you go, okay, it was 6 minutes. That's 10% of an hour. And their wage is $20 an hour. $20 times 10%. It's $2 of labor in the burger. It's trickier, of course, in real life where the chef's doing like 8 jobs at once, but you could make a reasonable estimate here and say, okay, this is 10% of an hour. We pay $20 an hour. Therefore, 10% of $20 is $2 in direct labor. And that's the actual amount that I pay the chef. What is harder is those indirect costs, which we called overhead costs, manufacturing overhead costs. And we said, okay, well, I got to keep the lights on. I got to keep the air conditioner on. I got to pay utilities. How many dollars worth of my monthly utilities bill went into that one burger, one of many things I'm going to make? Whew, this is a much harder proposition. And that is the fundamental question of this chapter. Now, the truth is we don't know. And so we have to make an estimate. Now, the estimate, there's some specific jargon here. We say, well, we use the actual material, we use the actual labor. With overhead, we make an estimate and we say we apply the estimate. So it's applied overhead. And you'll read that word, you'll hear that term all through, and just the estimated amount of overhead that we're going to include in the burger's cost. But how do I make that estimate? That's, again, a fundamental concept of costing. And the way we would do it, the default way to do it, is called using something called a predetermined overhead rate. So before the year, you would estimate your total overhead cost for the year. So the cost of utilities in the kitchen, the cost of supplies in the kitchen, the cost of depreciation of kitchen equipment, and all of those overhead costs we listed out. And let's just say the company estimates all of its overhead costs, and it says there's going to be, I'm going to say $100,000 of manufacturing overhead for the period. Okay, so there's $100,000 of utilities and depreciation of equipment and supplies and all those other costs that we consider to be overhead costs. We also estimate some driver of overhead. We say, well, what's some activity that we do that we think correlates to overhead? And I can tell you the most common one you'll see in textbooks, and certainly the one that would be appropriate for a kitchen, would be direct labor hours. So the more time you're spending working, the more time your frontline employees are spending working, the more overhead costs there are going to be, because it just means you're open more, you're using more utilities, that type of thing, using more supplies. It certainly seems like it would correlate and it would be a logical choice. So you choose something like that. The three very common options you see in an intro class are direct labor hours, direct labor cost, and machine hours. Those are the most common ones. And machine hours for, factories where there's not a lot of direct labor, right? It's machined, so machine hours makes a lot of sense for those contexts. So our company, though, it's mostly humans doing the work, and let's say we estimate that for the year there's going to be 4,000 direct labor hours. Okay, so we've got $100,000 divided by 4,000 direct labor hours, and this is before the year happens, right? It predetermined, so it's beforehand. We do the ratio and we go, okay, well, 100,000 divided by 4, it's $25 per direct labor hour. So for every direct labor hour I spend, I estimate there's going to be $25 worth of overhead. And so that's what we apply here. And the reason we have to apply it, the reason we can't just say, well, why don't I just use the actual? Why do I have to use estimated numbers? Is you don't know the actual when you make the burger. Let's say it's July 15th, right? And it's very hot in your city. And you've had the AC, the air conditioner, air con pumping. And you go, oh my gosh, my utilities bill is going to be super high this month. Like that's what you would be thinking, and you would know it was coming. But you don't know what your utilities bill is going to be. And yet you just made the burger on July 15th, and you know you used utilities whilst making that burger. But how many dollars worth of utilities went into the burger? You don't even know the actual amount of utilities. So you have to estimate. So we had said it's $25 per direct labor hour. And in the moment, we know the burger took 6 minutes. 0.1 hours, and we know the rate. It's $25 per direct labor hour. Now, how do I know it took 6 minutes? Because the chef timed it, right? We timed out the chef. It took the chef 6 minutes. We say, well, we applied a rate of $25 per hour, 0.1 hours. The manufacturing overhead cost in this job is going to be $2.50. So what's the total cost of my burger? Well, the total cost of my burger is the material plus the labor plus the applied overhead. The total cost of my burger is $6. So when I turn around and charge my customer $10, I know how much money it cost me. I know how much money I'm making or losing on the deal, and it's a reasonable estimate. Now, you may be saying to yourself, wait a minute, what happens if our applied overhead, because this was just a guess, at the end of the year, we tally up all of our overhead applied and we go, our actual overhead was way different from this because we were making an estimate. What happens when our estimate is bad? Well, we'll learn all about over-applied and under-applied, overestimated and underestimated overhead as the chapter goes on. But as with all things in accounting, the best way to learn is to learn by doing. In the next video, we'll go through examples. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. The next video in our series is right up here, and if you want a supercut of all of the videos in this series, that's the one down below.